Yes, sir. What's happening, everybody? Wednesday's here, and we are back.
Well, welcome back to us.
It's your guy Tyrone, aka Mr. Chocolate. I'm back in here. I got my girl beside me, Black Pearl. What's happening? And we got the doctor. I say the doctor's in the house. Dr. Roy Rain, what's cracking?
Everything is good, fam. How y'all doing today?
Oh man, I'm cool. I'm cool. You know, it's raining over here. It's raining. But it's all good. Rain make the flowers grow.
Heavy rains.
Yeah, heavy enough. Make the flowers grow. Make the weed grow for the weed people.
Wow, you just went straight to it, huh?
I don't know. I mean,
not the weed people.
Those people.
Weed make the weed grow for the weed.
Hey, shout out to the weed people. It was 426 days ago, so they was having their moment.
That's what you call it. They having a moment.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of, as a funny, did y'all see the meme that people were sending out with Forrest Whitaker about this?
No, not Mr. Whitaker.
I should have shared it, but for those out there, if you have not, I'm sorry, I'm sure somebody has posted it last week, so go back and find it. But look, it was a picture of Forrest Whitaker. Y'all know he has
the sleepy eye.
Yeah, with the sleepy eye, right? Oh my God! So this eye, I'm gonna use it as color. This is good eye. His good eye was like 419, but the sleepy eye was 420. I hollered, listen, y'all need to stop playing with people. That is, oh my God.
After she said, I hollered, but stop playing with people, okay?
So yes, most definitely. That was hilarious.
Yeah, man. I don't know. So we got those. What else is going on these days? I saw I don't know. I just saw one before I got on. The president, Joe Biden, he's doing re-election. He officially going for re-election.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. They talk about having that old ass man rematch of him and Trump. I don't want to see that.
Let's not.
I don't know. It kind of makes me depressed just looking at both. I don't know. Where are all the good people at? What's going on? Why can't we get some fresh young?
I don't know.
But
I tell you what is good. R. Kelly is in North Carolina at the federal prison. I love it. Y'all make sure y'all put some money on his books.
Man,
no.
These are
unacceptable, doctor. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. No, he is a creep.
Listen.
Supporting that creep.
It's a backyard party.
Look. See, she like them black people in the Boondocks. Dang it, R. Kelly.
Right. He don't need it. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I'm not with it. I used to love R. Kelly, but every time I hear songs now, I just hear him sing. I see him singing to a little girl, like singing to a little girl.
That girl spit all her water out.
And like the extra verse goes in.
Oh, it's not.
Bump and grind, little girl. I keep hearing that in my head. I can't get.
Y'all gotta excuse me. I now have water.
Go get a paper towel.
Oh man.
Right now, y'all just look like raindrops.
It's true though. It messes with me. I don't know. Like,
oh my God.
Candy rain.
I gotta pay.
Yeah, man.
That was.
But speaking of R. Kelly and peeing on people, did you see the interview? What's the city girl, Young Miami?
Yeah. What about it?
She was like, she was saying how she likes for She was talking about
Oh
Diddy.
yeah, she likes people to pee on her.
She likes people to pee on her,
Uh-uh.
and just put that out there. I was like, okay, and then there's this other. See, I don't know it's this other female rapper. You know, she had to get extra clout. She was like, yeah, I like to be peed on just like Young Miami, but also I like the doo doo on them and braiding their hair and all.
I wasn't ready for all of this today.
I know you lying.
I'm just spreading the not ready to other people.
Wow.
So yeah,
I didn't hear about this. This is crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know, man.
If that's your preference, look, I'm even gonna put that. That's fine, but why are we sharing?
Hey, maybe they're making some money off of that. That's our segue. Like,
so there's like a OnlyFans doodle page. Is that what it is?
She said she just likes that. I don't know.
Some people have that fetish, man.
Yeah, people have that.
Yeah, seriously. To each his own.
Do you know how nasty doodle is?
Ain't got nothing to do with. I don't have nothing to do with the E. coli. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I ain't trying to have.
And I'm gonna say just as ratchet as this. Doodle don't never come out smelling like roses. What is going on, people?
No, Andre 3000 says smells like boo boo boo.
That's right.
Y'all are cutting up tonight. I love it. I
can't even imagine saying, you know what really turns me on? Dookie on me, baby. Dookie. I just don't even get it right now.
I just want to hire those people link up. It's got to be such a small number of people who like that. How do you just meet up with somebody and be like, oh, I like that too. Yeah, here we go. Right here on the chat.
You don't need to go to you got diarrhea? Psh, put it right on me, bro. Who says stuff like that?
I don't know, man. That's kind of rough.
His own. To each their own.
That's definitely rough stuff.
Well, I guess they're making money off of something
I'm serious. It's got to be something to it.
You don't got to work hard to do. You just got to eat.
Hey, right.
You just got to eat. That's it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how, and I'm just going to say this, I'm going to leave it alone. I just don't understand how having a bowel movement on me and knowing
he did say that. Go ahead.
How stinky it can be, how I'm turned on. Like, it's like, oh, what are you like? Oh yeah, it's trash. I'm trash. Like, I just. That's it. Like, I don't got no more words. But if you get paid for it, salute, because I couldn't.
Yeah, like all money ain't good money again.
No, it is.
All doodoo's bad doodoo though.
Amen. That's the truth.
Yeah,
oh my God. So what's our topic today, Tyrone?
So we're talking about scams, man. We're talking about scam. You know, it's scam season, and the question that I put in there was, is anything real anymore? You know, like it's just, man, it's looking around and it's a lot of scamming going on. You know, a lot of people ain't working. We'll talk about that, the other day. So we said, let's jump online and chat about it.
Yeah.
So what's the deal? And so then later on, I got some scams that that's been on my mind. I want to address.
There's a plethora of them.
So
it's like you don't want to pick up the phone. You don't want to respond to your text message. You don't want to answer emails. Heck, you might not even want to open the door.
You better be careful, like for real.
Yeah, I literally get, because we're talking about scams, right? So they're all different kinds. We definitely know the online scam, the online dating scam. I mean, come on.
What's the online dating scam?
Really? Are y'all really asking me?
Yeah. What's the online dating scam?
Okay, so they have different ones. So they have, and this has happened to me, by the way.
Okay.
So it's twofold. So the part that's happened to me part is where they take your pictures and build another profile to try to get other people,
Oh, what are they doing that? They take
that happened to me right before COVID.
And what's the other profile? What's that?
And then you have the one with you meet someone and you're talking for a while, but then they're going away to Africa or they're going away overseas. And oh man, my card doesn't work. Can you send me some money real quick and I'll pay you?
Yeah, those are fun though. Those are fun. I like to mess with those people.
Really?
Oh yeah. Somebody did. So I kept getting people hit me with the what is it? The oh, I'm feeling generous today. I'm gonna send you a cash app.
Oh yeah.
And then and then be like, yo, like, hey, so normally I would delete and block people, but sometimes I just be like, if I got time, I'd be like, yo, let me see what I said. Oh, sure, okay. So what's the deal? Oh, you know what though? You gotta send me. I'm gonna send you like $1,000, but you gotta verify your Cash App
Yep.
and you gotta send $50 to this person. I'd be like, what? Like, yo, who falls for that stuff, man? Apparently somebody
You'd be
does.
surprised. You'd be surprised.
And
So
honestly, I really have I do. I really have a problem, and this is just me. I'm not judging anybody.
Yeah.
But I really no, I've got to throw it out there because it's gonna come out sounding real judgmental. I really don't like for people to post on Facebook, it's my birthday, send me money through Cash App. Like I need send me birthday love through Cash App. Y'all need to, and I'm saying this from because my mind is so criminal minded. All right, criminal minded. You've been blinded. Listen, I need you, girl. I'm trying to tell you. I need you to because people. I really think that hackers, scammers are able potentially to tap into your Cash App. Like you need to stop putting just like you're not gonna put your checking account information out there. Don't put your Cash App information out there for the world to see. Because somebody might tap into that's just how my mental works. I mean, I don't know
if we're talking about that, you shouldn't be answering, and I'm not disagreeing, I'm agreeing. You shouldn't be answering all those questions about where you first got married.
Well, that
you
stuff
shouldn't be
too.
answering that either. That's how people try to figure out your password.
That's like a legit
security questions. That's right.
So you said about the Cash App, right? You said about the thing. So I take care of my mom. She's an older adult. And she gets phone calls scaring the life out of her about her social security number and blah blah. And I get calls at work and she goes, they have my social and they told me to verify it. I said, if they already know, why would they need you to verify it? And for the record, my mom is not 100% there, right? She has other things going on because I know back in the day
she has some health conditions that has
she has health conditions. Yep.
And her thought process. Let's say it that way.
Okay.
Don't do my mama like that.
So.
Go ahead.
But sorry, mama. But in all seriousness, though that is not something that's hidden, so I know that probably someone called that first, which has happened, and they kind of pretend they got the wrong number, see how nice you are, call back, things like that. So I know she's gotten calls, and one day she got a call, and I'm like, really? Let me go ahead and get you that number. I think I was just bored. It took me about 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes in, he realized I was playing. And he literally said, F you, and hung up the phone. But you called to scam me.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was and my I do it sometime. I don't do it a lot because usually I won't even answer. Sometimes I have picked up the phone when the spam calls come through, and I will act like I'm the devil. So I talk like this and do some crazy mess like that.
I love the mess.
My husband. And my husband, he's infamous. Like he'll even start cussing at him. I'm like, bro, why are you even engaging in this foolery? But yeah, I'm not using all my energy for that. He can do that one. But,
I love the troll of scammer, man.
But I will throw that devil voice on you just to F with you.
So I mean, and we could go on, and I think we should, but why? Because that's, to me, first of all, let me tell you, it's going to sound kind of weird. I'm sometimes impressed at how much energy and creativity
Absolutely.
It's out there, right? And it makes me feel like an old head when I say it.
Yep.
But sometimes I'm just like, wow, couldn't you put all that creativity into something else?
Yeah, use your
Right?
power for the good, right?
Because I'm telling you, it's some of this stuff is creative. Some of it is literally in our face and acceptable. Like when you have OnlyFans pages or social media stuff.
Wait, OnlyFans is a scam?
Some people are scamming.
Some people are scamming.
I'm like, not everybody.
Look, I don't be on. Not that I,
Yeah, no, you know nothing about
I'm the
stuff
last
like
thing
that.
to talk.
Nothing.
No, I thought it was like you subscribe and they show you their toes or something. And
I mean, it's all types of things, but still, like if people can be
see your
using it
toes.
as
Yeah, I mean,
as they're out.
a scam does a scam always have to be like a malicious action?
It does not.
Okay.
Case in point,
What's a good scam?
panhandling.
There
are a lot of individuals all over the world who are panhandlers, but really they're economically fine. It is, and so to your point, they're not doing it for malicious purposes. They're not
malicious.
Quote unquote, no, it ain't. They're not actually hurting anybody. They're standing out there. They ain't. Don't you make your ass look at me.
You out there lying your ass off.
I have a story about that when you finish.
Yeah, because they're standing out there sharing, their sign to let you know that they're in, distress, financial distress. They need support. Please help. Right. And depending on how they're looking, your heartstrings might be pulled, and you're like, oh, and let me, go into my pocket and help this, brother or sister or whatever, right? But when they get off of that corner, their car is parked down the street.
Facts. Say it again.
Nah, that happens.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes it hard for those individuals who are truly transient individuals, who are truly homeless individuals that really do genuinely need support, because you don't know if it's real or if it's fake. So yeah, but go ahead. What's your story about about that?
So what I have? So I live in. Well, I know we said this before, but I'm in North Carolina now.
Yep.
And when so at one time or another, I took the bus. Just sometimes save on gas, but I was on the bus, and the bus driver got to a light and looked out. Now, no one knows. There was no warning. All of a sudden, he was like, "You sorry ass motherfucker!" He's yelling at the panhandler. My first instinct was like, he must have been asking for money before. This is my assumption. And then the panhandler comes closer to the window and goes, I'm gonna be retired before you, you sorry ass MFer. You on that bus working hard with all these crazy MFing people. I mean, they were just going whoop, 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 back and forth. He's like, you sorry, rotten hell, blah, blah. All right, so the bus driver drives off, and the bus driver goes, I'm so sorry, guys. That's my neighbor from my neighborhood in Clayton. He owns the house down the block. Poof, head exploded.
Yeah, it's people doing that, man.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Like when I see people on the street, like it just depends. Like I go by my gut feeling a lot of times. But if I want to help somebody, I'll help them. If they scamming, that's between them and God or whatever they believe in. So like when I give, it's like, okay, you're saying you need help. I'm assuming you need help, so here you go. But and if you BS, and that's between you and whoever. But but when I see like young people though, able-bodied people on doing that, I'm like, bro, you gave up that quick. Like what's going on here? Yo, what's happening?
Right.
That always bothers me. And then I did one time, there was a guy, he was like, so I had my veteran hat on or something I had on. He was like, hey, I'm a fellow vet. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, I was in the Army. I was like, oh, where'd you go to basic training at? And he
don't know.
He know he's like, yeah, I was a Green Beret cook.
Oh Lord, no.
I was out there. I was like, oh man, he ain't my damn dollar. He ain't out of here. Yeah, so but yeah, man, that's that scamming stuff, man. That sucks when you lying to people. That some people do need help, and we should help them, I think. But people scamming, man, you need to get your
But
ass.
I'm
So
gonna
what
tell you.
about?
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead, doctor.
No, sweetie. I was just gonna say that scamming has been going on for a while. This is not a new craft, right? But I think that since the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
it has truly been on the true upswing to
Mm-hmm.
the umpteenth degree. Because those that were working
Mm-hmm.
pre-pandemic, when they had to become unemployed, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't even call our former president, I'll say it that way. Our former president issued some recovery money, if you
Mm-hmm.
will, right?
I feel like you don't like the former president.
Whatever it is. And
Oh
so
wow.
yeah. And so, there were all these and I will say there were a lot of, and again, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I think it was a lot of handouts that was done during that time. Now, now, did all of us, majority of us, benefit from some of these handouts? Absolutely, because I got my $1,200 here and there, whatever. But guess what? We had to pay it back, which I knew that fat was coming. But for those that were on, right, it was true. But for those that were on under unemployment, right? They had a whole almost 2 years, year and a half, 2 years of unemployment coming to individuals. During that time, leading out of the pandemic, people should have been migrating back into work. Mm-mm. They rode that bus till the wheels fell off. Then when the wheels fell off, they were like, oh, okay. Well, no, hell no, I don't want to go back to work. Mm-mm. And I ain't making no money at work. So they started having these brain children. Case in point, I wish I could clone myself. If it was three of me, I would be, oh God, I'd be so sick right now. Because I'm a workaholic by nature. I would be here talking to y'all right now, but my other clone would be down there at the Chick-fil-A. For the sake of conversation, I'm thinking about what's open right now. My other clone would be down at Chick-fil-A right now, and my other clone might be in somebody's office building working right now. Like all the money coming to one account because I'm the sole beneficiary. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I
People
think
don't want to work, and I don't
the
understand.
problem is everyone can't scam. You need a hard worker for a scammer to benefit. You need a worker. Let me not say a hard worker. You need a worker for someone to benefit, right? Because who you making money off of if it's not someone working to earn that?
I agree.
And I think the other thing is,
so we become the victims. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
You are riding my back and the sweat of the labor you don't want to do, or you want to invest in scamming on me. But God forbid those tables turn and you get scammed. Now it's how dare you scam me?
Right.
Right. And that I think is so contradictory. But I'm like you said, when we started, we've been scamming for a long time. I know I might ruffle some feathers, but what about those religious channels that's selling holy water, miracle water? That's
Peter Popoff. Yeah, you
Oh,
don't get
Peter
that Peter
Popoff
Popoff water. You know, them
Killing.
healing waters.
So if the Lord, hallelujah, introduced you to this holy water, did he tell you God damn make money on other people who don't have money with my holy water?
Yeah.
But that is an acceptable scam. It's on TV.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest scams, and it's one of the biggest scams of mankind. But I ain't gonna go there tonight, though. But yeah, but I will take what y'all said at another angle. I spoke on earlier when we was off though. So some of the people not going back to work are people who are finding other ways to make money, not scamming, but legally. There's a lot of people started businesses. They found out how to do things in real estate. That's something that I got into, and it's a lot of young. When I go see people and meet people doing this, a lot of young people who like just found other ways to make bread. And there's a lot of other ways to make money. So one of the big scams, I believe, honestly, is the scam of the 9 to 5 and the work week. Because a lot of times our society, the scam is, hey, work until you just are dead, work hard, go to the company, work for the company forever, and just, and then maybe, you get a couple of years when you're old to enjoy your life, but then we're going to raise your Social Security, we're going to raise the age, and we're going to keep pulling it back and then hope that you die so we keep the money. That's one of the biggest scams that's out here that's been going on since forever.
Do you think that's what is that? Chasing the carrot? Is that what it is? Where you put the carrot in front of
the carrot in front of people, and they just, and so I feel like just seeing things I've seen with people hustling and learning how to make money in better ways, like working hard, like back-breaking work shouldn't be a lifetime thing. That should be a temporary thing, and then you figure out other ways to make money, and you can invest and do other things with your money to not have to break your back your whole life. Because I think that's one of the biggest scams that we've been taught.
I don't think that's ever going to end. This country, even though, I'm not saying I hate them United States. I'm not saying that. So don't even say this is a great state. Country, whatever. This country is built on other people's sweat, other people's labor. That you are sold a dream at birth, right? With that carrot, you're sold a dream to chase it. And we are only told one way to get it.
Yeah, that's capitalism. That's any way you got capitalism is going to be based on other people's backs. But
that's the whole point of it.
But you gotta, sometimes like you gotta. That's why we gotta teach our children and teach people a different way, because there is a different way, and there is a way to make money and take care of your family and without having to work for people and break your back your whole life.
Somebody got to work for somebody.
Right.
Exactly.
A lot of people ain't working, period, because there are for help signs everywhere. That's why I said what I said a few months ago. I would be hustling right now. I ain't got no qualms about it.
At my job, I train people, new hires. So as quick as they come in, they leave. And it's not always because a skill deficit or maybe not a right match. It's what you want me to do. What? Oh, I can't take an extra 10 minutes on my break.
No.
Oh, I can't take 4 days off and pop back up. No. And you didn't call. No, you can't do that. Right. I think this might be contradictory to what we're saying. I think that we have so much scamming because during COVID, we had time to evaluate that we've been scammed anyway. Jobs were like, you can't do this from home. You can't do this. You have to be.
I'm saying people had time to take a step back and see, oh, this is BS. What? It is like I was at the mechanic shop, like a big chain. I ain't gonna say their name because they ain't paying me. But now they pay. I say your name. But I was at a big chain, and I was talking to the mechanic there, and he was like, "Oh, these people are lazy; they don't want to work." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I feel you." But then I was curious. Well, how much do y'all pay? This is a mechanic, certified mechanic.
Okay.
He was proud. He was like, "Yeah, brother, the new guys come in and they make like $11.50 an hour, and we start them there, and they go up to like 12 and." You can end up being 15, 16. And I'm like, well, shit, Bojangles is they starting people like at that now.
They are.
So, so some of these businesses have been playing people for so long, and people are like, well, you're not paying no wage to live, so I might as well. If you're gonna pay a poverty wage, I'll just be in poverty and let the government hook me up.
But that government ain't hooking nobody up no more. That's what I'm saying. Like, and my thing is, it's better to have some money. And I tell young people this all the time. It makes more sense for you to have some money than no money. You can't eat with no money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like anything is better than nothing when it comes to your finances, not other stuff. But something is better than nothing.
And and some people are unemployed and they and then they find they making love to somebody who is employed.
I was about to
You
say,
know what I'm saying?
That's the other hustle.
let me tell you something I
That's-
found
that's
out
the other-
today.
that's the
I
other
found out
scam.
about a website. Oh, I shouldn't be promoting this website. Right?
Go,
So
you
there's
gotta
a
get
website
Go ahead.
where you can find a sugar daddy, right? And they'll pay you like they connect to your, like you get paid through this site. And there, did you just clutch your pearls? And how I found out, I was like, I'm trying to build a business. I'm blah 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 blah. And
Oh, that's how you found out.
that a hand to goodness, hand to Lord. And this young girl was like, I can make $1,000 just like that. I was like, oh my gosh. And the gentleman that was also in the room that we were talking to was like, I don't got to do all of that. I just got to find somebody who's looking for a warm body at night, and I have somewhere to live at least 6 months. Done. Finished. Thank you for coming. That was like, and they were serious. It wasn't a haha. It was a very, one was like about 23 and the other was about 25.
Yeah. Get my hustle notebook out.
I said, what's that website called? No, I'm messing.
I'm thinking I could be a sugar daddy broker.
Oh wow!
And I can help. And we can bring the sugar daddy. Hold on. I got.
So are we upset that, or not upset, but is the issue that the scams are so good that people are getting got, or
no? I
is
just
it
want
that
people
they're
to
not
go to
investing
work.
elsewhere?
I don't care about you investing. I don't care about what you doing, how you doing. I need people to get back into the workforce so that the rest of us don't have to break our backs, for lack of another way of putting it, because of the limited human capital in these places of business.
Yeah, the service is bad. You know what they need to do?
That's what I'm talking about.
They need to go ahead and let them people on the border in, because
controversy with that statement right there.
Hey, we ain't working. At least they gonna come work. They gonna come work and be so grateful to be in the country. Come on in, brother. Come on in. Just they ain't hurting nobody. They coming in and working.
I'm just trying to figure out when or why the side hustle went from side to main.
During the pandemic, when people was like, dag nabbit, I'm not going back to work.
But the need hasn't changed. In fact, the need might have even increased.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Because the same people scamming out here talking about why this line at Chick-fil-A so long. Because you're on this side of the counter. That's
right.
I think people really did have time to find, and then too, some people shifted careers. Like, talk to another person. They were working, like at a grocery store, and during the pandemic, they had time to research better jobs. And they're like a medical courier now. You can be a medical courier and carry around medical supplies like Uber and Lyft and make great money. And they were like, oh, I never knew that existed. But while they had you hustling, working so hard, and you tired, you ain't got time to look for it. The pandemic, people had time to look. Oh shoot, I can do this.
Yeah,
oh, I can do this. I can do this. I can do that.
I don't think that's what my issue is. I think some people don't want to work at all.
That's what I think.
Don't want to work at all. It's they live their life in expectation, and I'm not saying how they tell you should expect to be blessed. I mean, it is. I expect that you will provide, or your hard work will benefit. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I think it's a combination of multiple. I don't think it's just people lazy. I think some people are. I think it's a combination of a few things. I would love to see the actual numbers of people who are just not wanting to do anything. Because I don't know. I'm curious to see how big a number that is. I think it's a few factors. I think some people figured out other ways to make money. Some people realize they could stay home, like if they were married, or they could stay home and let the other person work. There's a lot of different things that kind of happen that's contributing to that.
Well, see, that's what I'm so confused about, because every month on the news, they report about the unemployment rate showing an increase, and showing a decrease. Things are getting better in the workforce, and I'm looking around and I'm like, where are y'all getting your numbers from? Where are these people going to work? Because I'm telling you, at least around these here parts, I can't speak for other cities or states, but I'm not seeing it.
Well, see, unemployment numbers can be tricky because a lot of times with those numbers, I know different times where the number goes down because the people who report as looking for work are in unemployment. But some people who just quit, they're like, oh, I can't find anything. They're not looking. So that number is kind of the unseen number. That's why I like to see what number that is, because sometimes that can be used as political stuff, like, oh, unemployment number is down.
Isn't that based on if you register for unemployment?
Right. So sometimes people drop out of the workforce and they're just not really looking anymore. But I'd like to see those numbers. I'm not sure. I'd like to see.
Okay.
And then
it says, I keep hearing folks say people don't want to work, but I only personally know 2 people who don't work, but due to disabilities. How many people do y'all all know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't personally know.
I know a lot of people that ain't working, don't want to work, and ain't trying to work.
All right, so like, see, I don't.
They verbally say they want to, but you ain't manifesting.
Yeah. And again, because I work with new hires and training new hires and stuff like that, I actually hear them say, I'm just doing this long enough to go back to social services to show that I tried, or I'm going back to whatever, or I don't want this job, so I'm messing up on purpose so that they can fire me and I don't have to quit. So I hear that.
That's right.
I hear that. I also deal with people who, hey, I was living with this guy and it didn't work out, so I'm just doing this long enough because I'm talking to and the thing is, it's not in a shame, it's not in a whisper. It's that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
So riddle me this, Batman and Batwoman, because I don't understand, which is another type of scam, which is I'm sorry, y'all, my arm will lock up. I've been so I was popping out my arm, but help me understand cryptocurrency, because I know that that's another big scam going around, but I really don't understand. So when people start talking about cryptocurrency, I don't even know what you're talking about, because it's not an actual tangible currency. It's this imaginary. I don't get it.
I've done a lot of crypto stuff.
Okay.
And I still do. So when people say it's a scam, we hear about like the big scam, like, so there was some exchanges. So you have like an exchange that holds like everybody's cryptocurrency and they're in wallets and stuff. So one of those, well, there's been a couple of those companies that went down, and because it's been so new and in the United States and not many places at all, it's not really regulated. So when the exchange went down, the people just took everybody's money and they lost their money because they had a bad exchange. Now, the smart thing to do is to have a wallet, an individual wallet. You have a wallet, it's called a crypto wallet. It's encrypted, and you can put your crypto in there. And then if exchange goes down, you're not gonna lose your money. That's a smart thing to do. That's what I do with a little bit. I sold a lot of mine because I caught that I caught one of them that Dogecoin went up. I caught that way. Okay. But keep it in a wallet and you're good. But it in itself is not a scam, but there are a lot of coins, and some of them are trash coins. They call them trash coins. It's like anybody can make a coin. And so like there was one somebody made up a coin that had some celebrities endorsing it, and it wasn't it was a trash coin, and it was like a pump and dump. It went up, everybody sold it, and it wasn't worth anything. But stuff like Bitcoin, there's some ones they're going to be there. Bitcoin's going to be there. Ethereum is going to be there. There are a few other ones, but it's not a scam in itself. But you got to be careful of your companies. You got to get a reputable company, and I would keep mine in a wallet if I was,
Okay.
doing crypto. But yeah,
Well, here's another scam that we don't hear too often. In a time where people have a lot of anxiety, they're scared, they're fearful of the future. There has been a rise in like astrological, psychics, prophets.
Listen on
That has
Instagram.
increased
Miss
in
Cleo came back.
Listen,
in
it is
many. Did I say many forms? And that's why I made sure I said astrological, psychics, and prophets. Whatever shakes your boat. All they need to do is know a little bit about you, make it, and they reach out. It's like it's up there. It's the new version of being in your DMs. Okay.
I must be in a different circle because I ain't had that.
Sweetie, they are on.
You know what? No, I'm lying.
They are live on Instagram and TikTok.
I'm lying.
Yes, they are.
Somebody did jump in my inbox and was like, hey, I'm a psychic or something, and it was a skin. She was like, somebody has put roots on you or something.
Yep. So it's all different things.
And she was like, "Pay me $50 and I'll get rid of it." And I started.
Or they go, or they say,
like someone
sent
right?
me. So I was looking at your profile picture, and it'll be something like, "You're meant to be rich," or "You're meant to be in love," or sometimes you wonder why you haven't met that special someone, and I have a word for you. And what they're doing is they're fishing. Right, for the person who goes, I'm wondering why I haven't found that special one. Or you're right, every time I meet someone, it messes up. Boop, and they start and they pull you in and they go, well, if you give me this amount of money, and that is making oodles. That's, to me, it's no different than send me $30 and I'll give you some holy water.
If you fall for that, they deserve your money. I don't believe
Why?
Yeah, well,
listen, we fall for the thought that a pill will take our anxiety away. What's the difference?
Yeah,
the pill does not take your anxiety away; it numbs you. Your anxiety still.
Well, that's a whole. I'm with. That's a scam too. The pharmaceutical industry.
Okay, so what makes a scam work is just a crack in anyone, because it could be anyone, that maybe this could be my break. Whether that break is real estate, whether that break is a business, a car, a love, a spiritual, whatever it is, it's a crack. Just a moment of, I need a break, or I need an opportunity. That's literally why scams work. Why
they play on that emotion.
That's right.
Your emotion. And so
you like, I'm tired of working. I have a way for you to make money. I'm tired of being alone. I know how you could get that man or woman. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So it sounds crazy because you feel like, hey, I know better. It's not your thing to make you curious. That's just not your thing. But I'm telling you, that has doubled. Doubled.
Yeah, that's why I always check my emotions when I get emotional about stuff. And I see something that makes me emotional, I kind of check it, because there are a lot of scams. There's a lot of just overall scams. I put there's one. Now this is going to be little. Some people might get mad when I show this. But
go ahead.
One of the biggest scams. All right. So like when Black Lives Matter, man, them jokers, man, they played on people's emotions. They played on a worthy cause, and it was stealing money out here. And then they gave all these racist rednecks fuel to have something to say. Don't appreciate it all. One of the biggest scams that came across. Well, not one of the biggest. It's been some way bigger scams, but it was just, I didn't appreciate that one. For me, now I believe the phrase, that organization was wild, stealing money, and I don't know, and I can't really think of anybody that they really helped. So I don't know if somebody knows somebody that they really helped, let me know. But I don't know.
Wow.
So, $10 million
ain't a small piece of change. That's why I was like,
But a lot of times, especially with Black people, they're playing on our emotions. They know, hey, we hear racism, we start turning up on people. They're like, yeah, Black Lives Matter, yeah, we gotta make, hey, donate this money, hey, buy these t-shirts. cash out, you know me, and yeah, you send me this money, and all of a sudden, man, the person I forget what's the name. The name, what's the person? I forget the name now. Oh yeah, yeah, yep. The Bowers. All right. So was out here just buying property, living good. You know what I'm saying? And and people like, hey, what have you done for the people? Yell and holler. That's it.
Wow.
So trash. So that's a scam out here. You know what I'm saying? So
and oftentimes too, when you consider supply and demand, people are buying cell phones and putting them in other people's names and selling them at profit. Complete
I'm
profit.
seeing these guys a lot now. We buy cell phones.
Yeah, that's a big one right now. And this is not a scam, but not in theory it's not. But again, when we talk about supply and demand, and we were talking about the OnlyFans page and stuff like that, I immediately also think about the rise of sex trafficking, people, pimping these young ladies and young men out here in these streets. Again, it's all about supply. Yeah, it's all about supply and demand, right? And so we are seeing a increase in those type of criminal activities that are taking place that are definitely a cause for concern. Pearl, you had said, and you were right, people coming to your door. There are people that will come to your door posing as a business. And on the opposite side of that door, it might appear to be one person, but it's another person. So as soon as you open the door, they're going to bum rush you and rob you. Listen, this is why I do not answer my door when people come to my door. They have to go through this cell phone because I'm talking through my camera. Yes, can I help you?
Same.
I don't. You ain't getting up in here, and if you do, you gonna come in here by force, and then you gonna catch some force. But you understand what I'm saying? But yeah, love, it's treacherous out here in these streets.
Very, very, very. Because again, all this, it's still work, right? So all this work and all these creative, because even though we don't like them, they're creative ideas are things that could still work if they weren't so someone else has to lose for me to win type of right. Because I am impressed. Like, wow, what made you think about that? You know what I mean? Right. What made you think about that? So just if it was applied differently, it'd be interesting. So I know in big cities, some of the things that people have to worry about, for those of you who have iPhones, you can do like drop pictures into another iPhone. So sometimes they drop viruses in these big cities, and then your phone gets a virus, or they're able to, because you have your some people have like Apple Pay and things like that on the phone. It sometimes allows them to do that, or you scan a QR code and you're not sure about it, and it grabs it. It's like, because now they have electronic business cards. So that's what I'm saying. Like, all these are such creative things that, if applied right, wouldn't feel so much of us as it is a scam as it really is. It's just like, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So they had the skimmers where it was pointing the thing and taking your credit card information. You got to get the special kind of wallet now.
Yeah. Or you have like places like Chick-fil-A or who have an app, and then they hack into the app, and a week or two passes and you're like, oh, someone charged $1 to my what? I didn't get Chick-fil-A. Oh, someone brought a gift card. And now what they're doing is just testing.
Listen,
that happened.
Me too. No, I'm with you, because somebody I don't know how they did it, but they got a hold of my debit card. Went to I didn't go to Walmart. They went to Walmart online.
Yeah, it's usually online. They usually
they made a purchase through Walmart online. Then they were so damn trifling. that they even took the liberty of becoming a Walmart Plus consumer.
Please stop.
So,
see, I didn't say they smart. I said they create.
and I was like, okay, you really taking it to the nth degree. But but to your point, it's truly an inconvenience to us as, again, the victims of these scammers, because now I got to get a brand new card. I got to go through all these hoops and shoots and stuff in order to make sure that I update all the different, like, it's too much. Please stop bothering people's stuff, man.
Yeah. And then I think that, okay, so this is a little older, but it's still happening.
Yeah.
So when my father passed, the year my father passed, so he passed in January. So that, not recently, meaning he passed in the month of January, and tax season was in April. My mom went to do her taxes post,
Yep.
They were like, "Oh, you already got check. You got paid already."
Yeah.
You got paid. Eric, because my dad's name was Eric.
Yep.
Eric got paid already, and he cashed the check in Las Vegas. I said every damn red flag should have went up for the IRS. My father, who when he passed had kidney failure in Vegas, that man ain't never seen. I mean, and it could have been like, for my final wish, I wanna, but it was just like, nah, there's no. And we do not have a regular John Smith Johnson last name.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
they trolling the obituaries.
Yes. So
that's the thing.
For 5 years, my mom had to get checked every time.
Wow.
She filed tax. Because the thing is, maybe it is you. But now they want to see if they could catch you up, get you caught up. I mean, it wasn't hard to see once she sat down to do it, but they still had her on a 5-year check.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
And I know that's definitely happened a lot still, especially in a world where you can do your taxes online. Yep. And people actually take their laptop and go to public places and log into Wi-Fi.
They do.
Yeah. So it's sad. But I'm gonna be real. I don't have anything besides it feels good, and that's because I like the gratification of working hard and seeing the fruits of my labor. There's nothing that goes, yeah, go ahead, work hard, sweat, blah 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 blah, instead of right. I think it's more like if you do have a scam, because that's what we're calling it,
right?
Evaluate maybe taking that creativity and plug it in a different way.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Plug it in a different way. Because growing up, it was like, yo, this is my job, but I have a hustle. It just was different. So
yeah, make it a legal scam. Be a politician. They're damn the biggest scammers in the history.
When putting relaxers was the style, I was laying people's hair. It was just that was my thing. They're like, I went to get my my hair relaxed by Pearl, and my thing is laid, and sleeping on my, like that was my side hustle. But I wasn't a beautician. I mean, I wasn't licensed. I just had a knack to lay it, and make it look good. So.
Yeah. And
was losing their hair though. You know what I mean? It's not like I was sacrificing you to make my money. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, is my closing, because I'm looking at the time. I'm like, good gracious. Would just be simply to be mindful of your environment, your surroundings. Be mindful of the fact that the Social Security office will not call you. The Employment Security Commission will not call you. Now, if you got a PPP loan, that might be, but that's something else.
And they calling you for something else. Run.
Right. And that's not coming from the Employment Security Commission either. That's coming from the small business. But anyway, that's coming from a whole different agency. But
run, Junebug. They figured you out.
but just be mindful that there is nothing out here for free. Nobody is going to give you grant money and then turn around and ask you in order to get this grant money, or in order for me to give you this money, you got to give money out. Yes.
That's the craziness now. I don't know how people.
I was getting the kitchen with the hot comb too. But yeah, you're right. They won't.
Yeah.
Or please verify the last 4 of your social because someone stole your social. Why am I doing that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's, don't fall for it.
Here's another thing. Sorry.
No.
About 2 years ago, so 2 years we're still deep in COVID, right?
Yep,
I got a letter from my employer saying someone tried to file unemployment under my name. I said, I wish I would have told me I'd have took off from work. What's going on? What's going on?
Doggone it.
Real quick, out of here. Yeah.
Out.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, so there's so many different ways. I think, again, I'm gonna say it. This is my final thought. I think, as backwards as it sounds, the scams that I've been seeing and hearing about are so creative and so thought out. Why can't we use that thinking to build, not so much on the backs of someone else who's working hard, but to build in general? Because, what's the point of having a creative idea if it's just temporary growth? I don't see anyone investing. You know what I mean? It's just real quick and keep it going. You're gonna be struggling again. It's almost like I'm scamming long enough to think of another scam. That is a lot of work. The same type of labor you could put into investing into a what Mr. Chocolate said, a legal scam, because you could still have a hustle mindset.
Yeah.
So that you build something, right. And so you make your creative scam work for you. My dad used to say, you're not rich until your money's working for you and you're not working for your money. That's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
So that's just me.
Yeah.
That's me. If you need some a good thinking mind, I'm here.
Yeah. So I mean, big picture, man. You got to think big picture and not just what's in front of you right now. Because a lot of that fast money, man, it runs out. Especially like at some point we gotta realize that shit is just like the boys on the block hustling. They literally call it the trap. It's been called the trap for like the past 20, 30 years.
Well, I think it's 30. I was gonna say,
bro, it's called the trap.
Mm-hmm.
Trapping you. All right, so the money does not last. And so I think that's one of the biggest scams. There's some society scams, man, that are crazy. I think one of the biggest scams that happen to the community is when we embrace that kind of stuff, and when they fed us that, hey, being a drug dealer is cool. Hey, being the person that shoots people, hey, that's the tough guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the biggest damn scams that happen to our society, and we've just passed that scam along to generation and generation. And it's kind of fresh on mine because I see kids every day and I look at them like, damn, you've been passing along the same scam thinking that that I saw when I was a kid.
That's generational. That's generational.
And so I think those scams are bigger than like the little fad scams that come across where people lose a little bit of money, because that's been killing our people, man, our society. Because I'm looking at kids, they want to fight, they're disrespectful.
Right.
And they bought into a lot of these societal scams that make them think that, hey, this is cool. And then the people that give you the message don't even live that way.
That's it.
They don't even live the way they're telling you to live. So it's one of the biggest scams out. And we got to get a hold of it, because I don't know what's about to happen in the next 20, 30 years.
Amen.
It's looking crazy out here. I don't know. I'm looking around at my youngins. I'm like, ooh. Let me make sure I'm healthy, because I don't want them taking people. I don't know.
I think I say once a week, this is our future. I don't know. I just, because I don't see it. You know what I mean? And I'm sure it'll work itself out. But right now, I don't see it.
It ain't happening.
Yeah. I mean, they're good kids. I never want to dump on all the kids, but there's some good ones. But man, it's some ones that's we trying to help them out here. We trying, people. We trying, but we need a little help, society. Give us a little give a handout, hand up, something.
Wow.
Talk to some kids, help them out. But yeah, man, it's we done did another one.
Yeah.
And another one.
So make sure you guys go to the Experience, page, Facebook. Make sure you go to the YouTube, subscribe.
Experience with the X.
Yeah, Experience with an X.
And we have a website as well. We're definitely gonna be reaching out to you, fam. We have a lot coming up. Please get excited with us as we prepare for May. And we just look forward to hearing your thoughts, sharing your thoughts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So go in. So make sure if you go to the site, hit like, go to the YouTube channel, hit like, subscribe, show us some love.
Tell a friend, tell a sister, tell a cousin, tell a neighbor.
Yeah, sir. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, you've been part of the Experience again. With Experience is always good. Peace.